Yo, this is Senior G telling you to tap in on Sundays to the Philosophy Show. Live at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on SoldierByBlood.com. Home of underground entertainment and the voice of the movement.
Well, we've sure got big-ass problems.
Yup. Can you believe these big-ass prices?
Doesn't bother me. I got a big-ass secret.
What's your big-ass secret?
Every time I fill up, I add this little gas pill, and I get big-ass savings.
You get big-ass savings just from using that little pill.
Even with that big-ass truck?
Even with that big-ass truck. And when I help other people get big-ass savings, I make big-ass money.
So you get big-ass money, helping people get big-ass savings with that little gas pill.
You got a big-ass tank?
Honey, do I have a big-ass tank?
Oh, yep, you do. You definitely have a big-ass tank.
Yeah, I do.
Look, this is what I got paid last week.
Wow, that is big-ass money.
We're planning a vacation with our big-ass savings and that big-ass money.
We could use some big-ass savings.
And some big-ass money.
Take pictures here. Take this photo opportunity. This is photo opportunity. A photo opportunity. Photo opportunity. Memory of a God. Memory of a God. For selling no now. For selling that no me regard me. No that know me regard me. Used to whip it in it with butter. Cardinal mother. Scandalous brother. On Brown's Rock Road. All in the day of a hustler. Name Vito. I represent struggle, but you struggle from where
Make sure you tune in to the Philosophy Show, where all you have to do is pay for attention, and you just might learn something. Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Culture Shock Radio, Cuzzo FM, Tar Music, and the Tattoo Shop Radio. Remember, it still takes a village. We are Village Global Network.
You're coming to the Dixie tonight? Who's there? Fantastic and Coke Crutch. Oh my God.
What?
Boy, I think you might have got that wrong.
What?
You know how Fantastic be talking about Coke Crutch.
They're supposed to be a serious throwdown.
Here they come.
See? I told
Here they
y'all.
go.
Now y'all believe
Look at
me?
that dude. That dude look too mean.
Well, I'm a T. I'll dog my face. I wanna get you on the court. I beat Charlie Chase.
Cold Crush.
Charlie Chase, as cute as could be, you sell your soul to the devil to play like me.
Well, I'm the R.
Ruby D.
And you got a lot of nerve. When you play against me, you know you're gonna get served.
Cold Crush. Shady L, the Lords of Lords and Ruby D, my man, your shit is on the boards.
You all can't ball. You all can't ball. I'm the K.
Kevin Kev.
And I'm not the fake. You know I eat your ass up like a steak you take.
Cold Crush.
You know the all game is legit. And when we get on the court, I'm gonna stick your shit.
The W.
Whip a whip.
And I'm here to say that I can rock your world like the Dr. J.
Cold Crush.
Tony Tone, known to be ill, but everybody know I could deal with the pill. I'm the D. Dada Rock. On this shit court, I've been 9 years old playing this here sport. Cold Crush. AD. Highest degree, I got a better jump shot than Rick Barry.
Well, I'm the M.
That's right.
Like all the pretty girls, I serve your monkey ass like Earl the Pearl.
Cold Crush. I'm not the Cavs or GMC. I'm gonna stick it on the board, man. Can't you see?
We have to come to an agreement who's gonna survive the Cold Crush 4 or the Fantasy 5. Or when the balls go swish, they always score. But can they do it with the Cold Crush at their door?
Well, I'm Theodore, and I'm dogging my face when I get on the court. Beat Charlie Chase. Well, I'm Charlie Chase. I'm always giving you more. You can't deal with me, Grand Wizard Theodore.
Kevin Kev, homeboy, what you gonna do? You gotta shoot the shot and do the do.
Well, I'm the original Kevin. I'm on this court. I believe you know that. I'm the king of this sport.
Say shoot, shoot, shoot. A fantastic is the romantic. What? Romantic is the fantastic.
The master Rob, I like to loop-de-loop. I'm gonna take the ball right to the hoop. I shake and bake and then I rock you well, cause I am the man with all the clientele.
Well, I'm Grandmaster Cash, just to shoot my shot. I'm guaranteed to give you all the game I got, and if you try to block me, I'll chump your face and just rock you all over the place.
The Cold Crush. The Cold Crush.
I'm the one who shot the ball, the creep of the crawl, get you off the wall. I'm so very glad that you thought you said something. That's why we're winning 18-0.
Yeah. So
all right.
No script at all.
All right, let's lay. Hey, we coming in hot. It's 2 p.m. here in the Lou. Welcome to the Philosophy Show. You are here with the Don, the council. I got my boy Sane Floyd over here. What's up, Sane Floyd?
What's up with it, y'all?
All day, man. Hey, we finna keep this motherfucker rolling right now because we got a legend in the building. DJ Tony Crush is right here.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Philosophy Show and Louisville Production. Man, talk to us, brother.
Listen, how y'all doing out there? I am the original DJ, Tony Tone of the legendary Cold Crush Brothers, a.k.a. Tony Crush. As I grow older and older, I will change it to fit my age. So, come on, ride with us. Cold Crush in the house.
Yes, sir. So, talk to us about what we just saw in that video, man. Explain that.
Well, what you just saw was, early 80, 81, we was making, asked to be in a movie called Wild Style that actually started off as a graffiti documentary, but they needed a little fire. So they came and found us and added us into the movie. So as kids, we was happy to be asked. We didn't know what we was being asked to be a part of. They gave us a contract, took it to my mother. She didn't know what to do with it. So we signed it. We signed it 1% of the gross of the movie, the split 6 ways. And we still getting checks today from it. $5, $6 checks, but we still getting checks.
What the fuck is that?
Hey, that's what we're doing. And, now that I know a little better, I wanted to put an injunction on it so we could renegotiate. Okay. Because, like I said earlier, they didn't give us a script. So most of the things you hear us saying is what we would say. So I'm saying that makes us writers or something. Yeah. So I think I might have been like 19, 20, 21 at the time. And I'm one of the older ones in Cold Crush Brothers. But they didn't know, and we didn't know. Right. But now that I know, I'm saying, we need to rethink this and renegotiate, because they didn't give us no strip, and we was coming up with our own lines and stuff on the spot. Okay. We was basically being us on the spot. And I think we deserved writers credit, whatever, because the movie is 40 years old now. Yeah. We got an event coming up April 7th, and we doing a short panel on Wild Style, the movie. Okay. Westport, Connecticut, they don't know. Didn't even know hip hop existed. Wow. And it's right there in Connecticut, but it's the better part of Connecticut.
Away from the Bronx.
Yeah. So yeah. For some reason. But you got some people in the Bronx that don't even know. It started here. It started here.
Right. We'll talk about that, man. As a hip hop, like I feel like I've been raised by hip hop from when I was born. So
well, we was doing it at least 6 to 8 years before it even was coined hip hop.
Right. I heard it was called jamming.
We was just jamming. We didn't. We didn't go into it trying to create something. We were just trying to make our lives better at the time.
As we do.
And wasn't even Herc is given the number 1 seat.
Okay.
But I think he was just playing his music, and we gravitated to it. Then Africa Bambaataa came in playing his music, but he also came in putting the elements together, because he's more spiritual, more African for the people. He used to talk to us early as Zulu Nation about the aliens and this and that, and try to teach us about the Moors and stuff. Yeah, he was on that already. Each one teach one, better in the community. You know, he come from the black space to the Zulu Nation. So we trying to get away from the gangs, either just get a better understanding of this is ours.
What year was this?
73, 74, 75, the early 70s. I think I went into high school 74. It's me, DJ Breakout, Africa Bambaataa, Lovebug Starsky, Andre Harrell, Tila Rock. We all in the same high school at the same time and doing this. We got other guys, God bless Eddie Chiba that just passed away last month. But they was doing party rocking. They was doing parties and rocking parties. And when it came to what Herc was doing and what DJ Hollywood, if you know the name, he doing more of a Frankie Crocker thing. I'm sure y'all know the name. He doing more of a Frankie Crocker thing.
Explain that though. What you mean like Frankie Crocker thing?
Frankie Crocker radio personality, and you know he doing that more of that. Frankie Crocker, when he go off, he's doing there I go, there I go, there I go, pretty lady, you. And he's singing with the music. So Hollywood's copying that style. Now, what Herc is doing at the very beginning, jazz, soul music, rock and roll, is only being played because it ain't R&B yet, you know, and all that stuff. But he only playing the music from beginning to end. It ain't no MCs yet. It ain't no scratching. It ain't no cutting yet. This is the very beginning of it. And people tend to think that it was always what they know now, and it wasn't. It had to grow into that. So as Herc is playing, but he's playing records that's not being played on the radio.
So that's the first underground.
Yeah, he's playing records that ain't being sold in regular record stores. Now you got a whole thing coming, and I go in his party and I'm like,
is that before the chicken circuit? Is that before that type of shit, or is that around the same time?
We don't even know about the chicken or the chitlin circuit.
Whatever. I thought, the chitlin circuit.
Yeah. I was like, you caught me with that one. I was like, hold on. Is it the chitlin? But it's like that's more down south. That ain't up north.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of that's what the underground was.
Yeah, but you know, this is now you saying you playing Bob James in the party, you playing Mandu the Bongo and James Brown and Parliament Funkadelic, and you playing the Ohio players before the fire. Ohio players are a whole different Ohio players. You playing New Birth, a whole different New Birth than most people know. You playing those cuts that people would never even play. You playing Jay Giles band. You playing Jay Giles band. Got to Give It To Me in the 70s, and they a white group, but Jay Giles band. They did a record called You Got to Give It To Me. It got a reggae flavor. Now, Herc is Jamaican, but this is the closest thing to reggae I heard him play. And this is a white band. And you probably know some of their music, but it ain't, you know. You got Foghat, you got Toys in the Attic, you know, that he's playing. Hunky Tonk Woman by the Beatles.
It's called hip-hop? What is it?
It's called their music, but we taking it and making it into hip hop at the time.
So you playing the beats of this music and rapping over it? That's
No, we are not even rapping yet. We just, the rapping don't come until not 79, but it don't come till later. This is what I'm saying. A lot of these records he playing from the beginning to the end. Ain't no rapping over it.
Okay. And then what?
Roy Ayers, Brother Green, Runaway, and cats is dancing to it. We dancing to it. We break into it. Now we get into the hustle. We hustle into it. But it's also 3 different kinds of hustles. Okay. You got the Latin hustle. You got the Spanish hustle, which is basically the Latin hustle. Then you got the regular hustle, and then you got the hood hustle.
Is that a regular hustle? The hood hustle.
Yeah.
Disco hustle.
Yeah.
So them 2 different,
And
4 different musics or 4 different
Just
what?
the 4 different class of people that's making it their own thing. Okay. You know, now you got dancers, we call them hurt dancers, and they doing the hustle, but they mixing it with ballet. Black people mixing it with high kicks, spins, and
yeah, I see. Yeah, so
Disco came or something.
Yeah. You doing what you feel with it, you know, cause they just doing it regular. Now you gotta add your saxophone to it and your fatback grease to it, and you know,
make it your own.
Yeah, and that's a big part of hip hop. Yeah. Don't do it like I do it. Yeah. Do it your way. It's okay to do it your way.
True shit. I like that. I heard
no way to.
That's all.
That shit.
That's all.
Okay to do it your way.
And the whole thing, they want other areas to think, oh, the New York cats don't like what y'all doing. No, we like what y'all doing because it's a progression to what we did. The 5 elements of hip hop at the beginning, from African Bambaataa stand view: DJing, MCing, graffiti writer, B-boy, B-girl, and the 5th element is knowledge. Knowledge of self, knowledge of what's around you. A positive knowledge, though. Look at all the negative stuff and let's make it positive. And people they don't push the 5th element. They will push a negative life on all of us, continue it. But it's up to us to want to better our lives, better our community, look out for our kids, because they're not looking out for our kids in the long run. So no, when the dirty South come up, when this and that come up, we don't mind it, as long as you're positive with it. We don't want you to go back to being negative, because now you shutting it down, because that's what they want. Everything good, like a computer, it's working good, then they plant a virus in it. Same thing with hip hop. They throw a virus right in there, gangster rap, this and that, whatever. Shake your booty, whatever. Anything to degrade your people.
So it wasn't no shaking booty back then? Or no gangster rap?
Not in the party. Not in the party.
So how was the girls shaking their booties then?
In the strip clubs, where they supposed to be shaking them at.
So wasn't nobody shaking booties in parties? Now you talking about naked booties. I'm just saying booties.
I mean, you dancing, you doing the dance.
Oh, so you
but now they shaking booty naked.
Oh, naked.
They got poles in the party, and I don't want my daughter thinking the future is shaking her booty on a pole or something.
That's true.
But it's there. It's there, and you can't help it. If somebody go that way, you can't help it. But you rather her be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, and I'm only talking positive life. That's going to upgrade our situation. Because they want everybody to think we animals. They still want everybody to think we animals, no matter what we do good, positive. We got so many people that invented this, invented that. We got inventors, 500 or more?
More than that.
Yeah. But they want everybody to think we beast and we ain't smart and we ain't this, and people believe it. A lot of us believe it.
Yeah, I'm not part of that that part of the world.
Hey, listen, I went to the 13th grade. That's all. That's all.
I'm just gonna be honest with me. I don't think like that. When I first saw that, like history-wise, my first thought was like, how can y'all think that? y'all stupid. Like for you to think that about me, you're stupid. So I don't. That's just how I think. I'm not on that. And, I'm not
and listen,
fall into that.
they don't even hide it in movies and stuff that they make.
Hell no.
They show that they ain't. Yes, I ain't want to say that. You said it. He said it. Hey, listen, I cannot. I cannot. Yeah, but they show it.
Yeah, I seen it. That's
Yeah.
what I said. I'm like, okay.
I looked at a part of Django the other day, and I was like, they don't hide it.
No.
They don't hide it. They do commercials about them being cavemans and all that now. Like today. Like, I'm like, okay, they ain't hiding it. But we still don't stand up for what we are. Whether we geniuses or whatever. I was someplace and the dude was doing a record and he was N-word this and then I said, hey. He's like, nah, that's like saying king. I said, well then say king then. Why you say? Hey, listen, I didn't care how he got the king. I said,
that's why I like talking to my peoples, man, because I be needing to know another. I need to hear something different to get me to understand certain things, because some things I'm not going to want to understand because I think it's not for me to understand.
Listen, we was having a meeting, we do the Zulu Nation anniversary. We trying to get back to it. So it's usually a weekend, and meeting of the minds is usually on a Sunday. So a lot of people, we invite people from colleges, professors and stuff to come talk and let us know what's going on in other communities. So we having this meeting, another closed door meeting, and we got a couple of organizations, and this one organization was like, well, we plan on kidnapping people. You plan on doing what? But they didn't want to kidnap other people. They wanted to kidnap our people.
For what?
I didn't give them time to explain. I looked back at my teacher, and he dropped his head. And I said, listen, y'all do know if you kidnap people, somebody got to do time behind that. Yeah. I said, can y'all please leave? Can y'all please leave? And they said, why? I said, because we don't want to be caught up in that.
Right.
As a plot or whatever.
Yeah.
So I said, can y'all please remove yourself from the conversation? And I looked back at my teacher, and he dropped his head like, okay, I'm doing the right thing then.
Exactly.
And we'll go on with a sensible conversation if we can. And if somebody else come up with something negative, and I'll ask them to leave too.
True.
So.
All day. Well, we got some questions for you, man. And this strictly catered to the hip hop culture.
I'm happy to hear you say the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
So.
And same, if you want to get in, man, let me know. But I want to start because you already touched on this a little bit. But I want to know, like, when did rap become a thing? Put in, like, what do you consider rap? And I'm talking about.
Well.
What is rap?
The first formation of what we called. We never called it rap. We called it MCing. It was the three MCs. That was Melly Mel, his brother Kid Curio, and Cowboy. And then they went from the three MCs to the Furious Four, and then on to the Furious Five. And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five is what they best known as. Then you had the Brothers Disco, DJ Breakout, and Baron with the Funky Four that later on changed into the Funky 4+1 with the first female of rap, Shy Rock, of MC and Shy Rock. And I started with the Brothers Disco, and then I broke off and started the Cold Crush. Well, I didn't break off. I was still down with them building the Cold Crush Brothers. So the Breakout and Baron, KK Rockwell, when I first got down there with them, it was the voice of KK Rockwell. He was solo MC by himself with the group. And then we start putting together the Funky Four. And then one night it was a battle between the Funky Four and the Furious Four. And then that switched up, and the next day it was the Furious Five and no Funky Four. And then the Funky Four plus one came together, which is with KK Rockwell, Keith, Little Rodney C, Jazzy Jeff, and Shy Rock became the plus one. And then this is around 78, 79. Now, Sugar Hill Records, Sylvia Robinson, somehow she gets wind of this and she wants to capitalize on it. So she takes 3 MCs into the studio, which makes them recording artists because they wasn't doing it in the streets. We recognize them as recording artists because they went in the studio, made a record with a band, and then they went on the road.
That was Sugar Hill.
Yeah, Sugar Hill Gang. And maybe a little before that, Fatback Band had came out with King Tim III, and that was the real record that had a rapper on it, but it never went nowhere.
Gotcha.
Then you got Bobby Robinson that had Enjoy Records. He had the Spoonie G and a couple of cats. And Treacherous, well, that's later. Treacherous 3 was Treacherous 3 featuring Spoonie G, and then Spoonie G was related to Bobby Robinson, so he broke off and went solo. And Kumo D, LA Sunshine, and Special K became just the Treacherous 3. So a whole lot of, back then it was a whole lot of changing up because everybody was trying to find they team. So, you know, cats would get down and don't feel it, so they jump and go to another group, you know. So all of us in the Bronx, we basically from the same area. Bronx River, Boston Road area. We all from the same area.
And Eden Wall.
Yeah, and that's Boston Road, Eden Wall, yeah, all that. So,
Don't leave us out.
I mean, it was a time. You know, I'm happy to still be here and could still got, you know, my faculties to still remember a lot of the coming ups. And every place, every other city we went to, a lot of us didn't leave the Bronx. Some of us did. But we went to hoods. We went to other people's hoods and tried to share what we was doing. Sometime it worked out. Sometime we had to fight our way out. You know, we had to always be ready, but most of us was from the streets, so we know what to look out for. And I'm still here, so... You know, but we went into some rough areas. You know, we on the stage, come back out. You know, our dressing room, whatever is, we see feet going out the window, and you know. But it was a fun time. You know, Africa Bambaataa them, they came out with Planet Rock, and it's still charting. You know, till the day. So, you know, it's to see it from its nucleus and where it's at now. Yeah, I'm happy for it. But and I'm happy for all the changes that took place with it, because you can't take what we doing and make it your own. You got to take what we doing and add yours in there and make it how you living and what you vibing on. And we never asked nobody to just keep it like this. We wanted to grow and take changes and become more of a friendly thing for everybody.
Yeah. I kind of, like me doing my research on hip hop, I never took it as a Midwestern St. Louis, and I never took it as y'all wanted it to stay the same, except for the principles. Of course, you would want the positivity to stay there. and when it leaves, of course you're gonna get. I mean, of course, but I knew it wasn't a hold strong. You wasn't trying to hold it strong or just being like the Bronx or New York or if you thought that, I don't know.
Nah, we never thought that. Early in the 70s, when I was down with Breakout, and we used to pack up vans and just go Long Island. We drove down to North Carolina early in the 70s and did a party for Shyrock's family. So no, we didn't want it to stay in New York. We wanted it to move around. Funny story, we got down in North Carolina and we had 2 rooms in a hotel. So then when we went to the venue to see the venue and we came back to the hotel, they had put chains on the TVs in the hotel room.
After you left?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm ashamed of it now, but I had to take the TVs because they played me. I had to take the TVs when we actually left. I took both TVs. I'm not gonna say I stole both TVs. I took both TVs just for principle. But I'm from the streets. I'm from the streets, so I took that personal.
All right, I think I know your question to this, but I want to answer it. I want to hear your answer. What you think about sampling?
I love it. Yeah. I love it because, in a way, we was sampling. We just didn't realize we wasn't calling it sampling. Yeah. But it's an elevation of what we was doing. And we wanted to grow. We wanted it to change up. And we wanted it to get better and better and better. And one of the main reasons I love it because it fed people. It fed people like James Brown, Sly Stone, and all those people that we was sampling their records. Yeah, Bob James, he didn't even realize that we was using his music. Sly neither, James Brown neither. But this is why I'm saying, like, with the Zulu Nation anniversary, we was giving tribute to Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash. But we was also giving tribute to George Clinton, Sly Stone, and James Brown at the same time. All 6 of their names was on the flyer. Nice. Yeah. This is a give back to our people before us. But if you're not into it or you don't understand it, you don't know that's what's actually happening. Right. And we got people coming from Germany for 40 years coming to the Bronx to say, hey, this is our hip-hop in Germany. Hey, this is our hip-hop in France. They coming to Bronx River. Bronx River make your liver quiver. That's what they used to say. Don't come in here if you ain't from here. And that's every hood.
That was South Bronx. We ain't even go down there.
So,
and I lived in Upper Bronx.
So, but we got people from other countries willing to come to show their hip hop to Africa Bambaataa, Kool Herc, and they want to just be a part. Like, yo, we connected. This is how we connected. So now, as Zulu Nation, I could go any place in the world and be accepted because we got Zulus in Japan, we got Zulus in Germany, we got Zulus everywhere. So it's the connections that we making. It ain't a gang, it's an organization. That's what we trying to build. We not trying to build a gang, we trying to build an organization that's respected.
Talk about the Zulu Nation. How did that come?
It might have started out as a gang. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Right. It might have started out as a gang. But with the elevation of a positive hip hop movement, listening to Gil Scott-Heron and people, Bam is like, yo, we got a job to do. We gotta follow these people that's sending us message. it used to be a message in the music. That's how our people got messages to each other. Now they take the message out or put a negative message in there. And we getting it. Our kids is getting it.
Yeah.
So we got to understand who we want to be and who we want to be perceived as. Every morning, I thank God for opening my eyes, giving me another 24 hours if I could make it through 24 hours, because you never know. Like I said, I only finished the 13th grade. But it's not hard to understand what you want. And I don't think nobody leaving the house want to get killed, want to have a negative day. And that's why we gotta be strong enough to understand that we're not seeking negative, but we willing to push the positive, to teach our kids. You want to teach your son to be how to be a man, what it means to be a man. A lot of things they program us in schools. They don't teach us, and we was falling for that hard, super hard. They took all the trade school classes out of schools, so we wouldn't, because we was progressing too. Yeah, we was progressing too much, so they gotta put stepping stones to slow us down, because we was outclassing them and everything, really.
Yes, we should.
And even when you take it out, we would teach ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Street mechanics.
Yeah. And that's what they can't control. When they say, yo, this hip hop thing is $1 trillion billion, and it came from kids. We didn't have a plan. It just happened out of our soul. It came out of our soul. I've even said God gave it to us. Yeah. And and like yourself, you got your radio station. I'm looking around and I'm seeing, this is all you doing it. You and your people's doing it. Playing. I'm one of the, in hip hop, I'm one of the soundsmen that people, but I taught myself. I didn't go to school for it, and I don't know everything, but I do it good. Yeah. So, my sound system, I do 10,000 people, when somebody give me a chance or give me enough money to do it. But they don't look at us as being able to do that. They own enough equipment to do that. They own the right equipment to do it.
It's real.
And our people push that too. Our people push that too.
No, man, you talking. Woo.
Yeah, they would rather go to the other man and get the other man that money.
Hey, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's only the truth.
He preaching.
It's only the truth.
And we ain't even talking about nothing. He preaching.
Listen, we got to do better with our people, for our peoples, and about our peoples. We got to start talking to each other, because you never know the connection. True. If you don't talk to each other, you don't know who hand to hold. Just because you holding somebody's hand don't mean y'all praying the same prayer.
True that.
And I only ask for positive movement. I only ask for somebody that I'm gonna go there.
Go ahead, man. Philosophy
like
show.
I say, I'm a positive thinker, but I'm from the streets, and I fall just like everybody else. 91, facing life. In the streets, trying to get rich, because I got tired of, the slow pace and being disrespected on a job, talked down to, and all that. So yeah, I got in the street. But we went through 90,000 in one day. I had my little team. We went through 90,000 in one day and didn't have nothing to show for it. So I'm saying, this taking a turn for the worse, because we was doing good, and all of a sudden, $90,000. We ain't got nothing to show for. I said, yo, time for us to take a break, something. I get caught 2 weeks later. Bang. I don't think I was set up. I know I wasn't set up because the cops planted a different substance on me that wasn't our thing. And so I'm facing life. And I'm like, tell my mother, yo, forget me. Get away from me. I don't want you to get caught up in this because you don't have nothing to do with this. Because she trying to get her baby out. Right. She trying to get her baby out. But I'm like, Ma, I got this. Leave me alone. As we in jail, posseed up. And I told my boys, I said, listen, if you right, I'm in your corner. But don't pull me into nothing that ain't right. And that's the way I try to live. If you right, I'm right there for you. But if you wrong, own up to your wrongness. Don't pull people in it that, Don't get this man in trouble because you don't want to take the blame for what you did. And when I told my mother to back up off me, she did it. She listened. But I think that's what helped me get out of it, because I was willing to own up to what I was doing. And I prayed to God. I said, listen, if you get me out of this, I will be humble and I will live a humble life. And that's what I've been doing. I came the same day I got out. My boys called me like, yo, you on? Yeah. Yo, we on the radio tonight. And then right back in the picture. He put me right back where I was supposed to be.
Could I ask how you get off? What happened?
Well, the case was like, when I got caught by state police. Okay. They did it in the state and it got thrown out. But now the feds want to pick it up. So now I'm saying, well, if it ain't no good in the state, how could it be good in the feds?
Right.
So now they going through trying to get me in the feds, but now they got to take the substance out of the case. But that's why you arrested me.
Right.
So if you take,
use it.
Yeah. So now
you ain't got no evidence.
You ain't got no evidence.
There's no evidence.
So now they trying to go with conspiracy and all this stuff. Yeah, so
okay, I see.
I fired my paid lawyer because it was all a gimmick, a game to get as much money out of you, but you still get the time. So I realized that because I'm watching everything. I said, yo, I don't want the paid lawyer. Get rid of him. Give me a public defender. So and my co-defendant's like, yo, how we getting? I said, we ain't getting out of here. We don't have money to get out of here. We gonna sit here. But can't you? He throwing names up. I said, I'm not here because of him. So why would I call him and pull him into this?
Right.
I'm not calling nobody I know hip hop wise, because I wasn't. They ain't had nothing to do with this. So why would I call a Russell Simmons, which I knew, for anything? He ain't got nothing to do with this. But this dude, he younger. He want to get out. Nah, we gonna sit here, dude. if you can get out, you go ahead and get out. We gonna sit here, because when they finally come to terms with what they want to hit me with, all this time is served. Yeah. So why would you want to go home for a month? You could have served it already. You already here. I'm used to it.
Right.
We doing the Bible study thing. We power reading the Bible 3 or 4 times a month. We going through the whole Bible. I'm teaching Bible study, and just not to get caught up in to sitting there playing spades all day. I'm like, how do y'all play spades from 6 in the morning to 11 at night all day long? I'm not doing that. I'd rather stand on the table and look at Star Trek at 4 o'clock. I'm not doing that.
Oh,
And the only reason I tell those stories is to show that I'm just a regular person. I'm a real person from the hood, and speaking positive life, but still got to deal with reality in the street. I went to leave home one day, and I grabbed a thing, and I said, put it back. I got stopped and searched 3 times before I got where I was going and back home.
Well, shit, was the gun laws as it was?
Yeah. But I didn't leave home without it. But something said, let it breathe today. So I think I think the man upstairs every day because he been watching me. And I've had more guns to my head by police officers than anybody. Just because you look like you fit the description. Hey, yo, come on. You got to give me more better than that. But every time I call my mother, come on home, leave it alone. That southern mother, And I always told her, keep the insurance paid, Ma. Just keep the insurance paid. That's all. That's all we really can do. So.
Man, first of all, it's an honor, bro.
Listen, it's an honor to be asked to be here.
It's an honor. I love hip hop. Hip hop is me. It is sing. You said the 5 elements, and I do find myself. I have those elements.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And it's more than 5 now. A couple of years, vegan was named the 10th element of hip hop.
What you say now?
Vegan.
Vegan.
Yeah. It was named, given the title of the 10th element of hip hop. I'm not really sure just how many elements this is, but Cass was like, well, I said, listen, as long as it's positive, we want it to grow.
Yeah, it didn't grow. It didn't grow like a tree.
Yeah.
Got so many branches. And the cornerstone always starts somewhere. And for me to be able to ask you this, because I know hip-hop that graduated from country to country to country to country to country to country to country, and it don't stop.
Yeah.
Even with speaking within their languages sometimes we don't even understand. Beats that we don't understand, but we still probably sample. That's another thing you said to me for a sampler and everything. But in these years today, do you think hip hop has the effect on our people today as it did when you came?
Well, I mean, it's like, I say if you ain't teaching, you ain't doing hip hop. And if you leading people in the negative direction, you doing more work for them than for us. And that's only because a lot of people are they like sheep, they being led. And my ex-wife, we was looking for something that said why we have to pay taxes. And we couldn't find nothing to say why we have to pay taxes. But we did find this dude talking about how they pick who they want to grow, to rise, to get rich, to live better than the rest of us. So to some degree, I got an understanding that they watching us hard and they seeing who they could use against us, and let this person become wealthy, rich, live better than us. And the dude said, he said, well, we let one win and they gonna turn on him. That's their thinking. Like, we sitting here, 4 of us. If one of us start doing better than the other ones, now the animosity come in, the larceny. You should be. You should be. Right. But we done seen it happen. We done seen people, our brothers, sisters get rich and move out and don't come back. The comedian, what's his name? He went around his old block and started buying up the houses and started refabbing the houses.
Was that Country Black, or was you talking about Mike Epps?
Mike Epps, yeah. A couple of people are going back and but still, it's like, how do they accept it?
Yeah, I see.
You know,
I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what hood you going back to.
Right,
once you leave, a friend, Ice-T, he said, once I start becoming who I am now, I can't go back to the hood, because the hood is looking to rob me. My hood ain't there no more. A different hood is there.
Yeah, you're not part of the hood. No.
Yeah, you're not part of this, and you might become a victim. An example, because you become my friend. He played Chicago Bulls and all this. He got a couple of rings. He played with Jordan. He walking around in Connecticut. Said, dude, drop out of the tree. Guy he grew up with. Want to rob him for his NBA rings. He said, man, I can't give you my NBA. And the dude threatened to shoot him. So he said, let's take a walk. He gave the dude $500, so the dude could get off the ring thing. But I say this, and it sort of kind of hurt me, but we would turn on our own before we go someplace else and take from people we don't know. We'll burn up our own community instead of we doing anything to somebody else. And that's what we got to understand. Like, yo, it's not smart for you to burn down your own house.
It's not smart, but when those ones cry out for that kind of help, how do we hear them and answer that?
Well, you can only share what you feel and what you know. Something had happened, and we was like, yeah, I think Trayvon Martin, blah blah blah, and the people was online and they was like, yo, all these gangsters, all these Bloods, Crips, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, listen, stop sending your brothers towards a fight that you don't even know who you fighting. F all you pioneers, that's all y'all do is talk. And I'm saying, we not talking, we trying to figure it out and share.
Yeah, we teaching you.
Yeah. But you willing to send your little brother, your cousin, into a fight. You don't even know who you fighting. Oh, yeah, y'all need to. I said, listen, well then burn down your Walmart, burn down your CVS, and then when you need something, you got to go into their area to get it. Now you taking money in their area. They getting all those prizes and stuff from you shopping in their areas because you done burnt down your area. It's more than just what the eye see or how you feel. You got to understand how your community is being built. The money, people don't understand a dollar staying in your area. Yeah, you got to get some understanding of this to know that you hurt in your community. Everybody just say, oh, yeah, we ain't living that good anyway. Let's burn down. How you going to burn down your CBS? And then when your kid gets sick, you can't go get NyQuil or nothing. You got to run across town to get it.
They ain't thinking about that.
Yeah. But again, that's because we not talking to each other and we not being taught that in school. And we not even being taught it at home because we got parents that don't know it themselves. If I knew it was a difference between regular school and a tech school, I would have been in a tech school learning a trade. But they don't share that information with us. And we don't know to share it with our people. We don't know about, they used to teach us how to sign a check, how to fill out a check, all of that. I tell you, I go to the DMV with my son, and the lady asked, sign your name. And he's printing his name. I said, no, she said sign it. He said, I don't know how to write in script because they took it out of school. I said, they took what out of school?
Writing in cursive?
Yeah, writing in cursive. Yeah. And I said, what? When did that happen? So I took him home, got on the computer and found things to teach him how. I said, listen, teach yourself. We pay $800 for this computer. Teach yourself how to write your name in cursive.
Why they take it out, though?
You know why they take it out? Another stepping stone to slow us down.
That's nuts.
They trying to get us back. You know, you hear the stories about you got sign an X or grow a cow's head or something. They just trying to take us back. I don't think it'll work, but they just trying to, you know. It was a show called Amends on Netflix. Will Smith narrating, and don't you know if a law says something, once we figure out what this law says, that's all they have to do is change a comma, change a period in that, and it'll make it a whole different law. But we don't know that.
That's real.
We don't know that. It's just that easy for them because it's set up for them, not for us.
Well, with that being said, because this is a question that I gotta ask, as far as the influence on the hip hop culture, because it's one thing. You say you like where it's at, where it's going, but it is missed to me. It's to me too.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like it is missing a positive push and a positive message. With that being said, what is the influence on the hip hop culture? And my partner, I wish Daddy Rich was here, man. So I'm gonna be here for Daddy Rich, cause this how he feel about it. He say it should be genres of hip hop. It should be genre. It should be hip hop. Then it should be these other categories. What do you think about that?
Hey, listen, if it'll fix the problem, but it's got to be orchestrated. It's got to be people. We dealing with the music business. We're not dealing with the hip hop culture. All of that's dealing with the music business, so and they guiding it downhill.
So we just talking about the hip hop culture, and let's talk about the hip hop. The most important part of it is the hip hop culture. Because we understand that once we lead off of actual hip hop, it becomes something else.
Yeah. And it's got to take organization. It's got to take state from state to state organization. We gotta.
So you think
we need to put the money? Yes, we need. If we got yes, listen. We done tried the federation for the preservation of hip hop culture. We tried to make it. We tried to make it about 8 years ago.
What? Talk to us about
it. It's again egos. I'm like, listen, Bam. If we don't get the first table right, no other table is gonna be right. People got to come to terms with the right person, with the right mindset, with the right heart that want to do something for the right reason. Not just because you want to be known or you want to be rich, you want to live in a big house. No, you got to be wanting to do it for the right reasons. I started an organization, Hip Hop Elders Association. And I wanted to be like the NAACP of hip hop. I don't want to start it here and let it grow. I want to just bang, it's here. But from state to state too. But you got to be able to bring people together that's thinking together, that's willing to think together, and not feel like, it started in New York, I don't want to be a part of it. This is not what this is. This is not what this is. We need strong people that's going to stand up to the music business. We need to just cut the music business apart, cut it off anyway, and be willing to do the work, to do what we need to do. And when I say our people, I'm talking about human beings. I ain't talking black people. Ain't no such thing as African American. I don't use the term, because if you look up the term, that's classifying you as property.
I know you out there hearing all this.
You are no more to them than a coffee table. That's what they say. This is why Zephyrin got off for killing Trayvon Martin, because they classified Trayvon Martin as an African American. They didn't look at him as a human being that got murdered. So this is, I argue with people all the time. Oh, why can't I be black? Why can't I be an African American? Why would you want to? If it's saying you are a piece of furniture to them.
Just say it right there.
Everything they say make you less than a human being. And when you say, like, you agree to that, you saying they right. I'm a human being. I can talk to you. A cow can't talk to you.
Right.
I'm a human being made by God.
Yeah, most definitely.
And if that ain't enough for you, then be a African American then. be a couch.
Be something they made.
Because they did that with women, tried to hold women back, can't write, can't vote. Same thing. They did it with every class of people. Who gives them the right? We give them the right if we. Come on, we smarter than that. We smarter than that.
I say, yeah.
So Tweezy, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Going bootlegging off of the question you just asked him about, and he responded with the record labels and all that stuff. You guys here create your own music. Are you connected with a label, or did you just kind of put it out as an independent? Are you an independent label?
Yeah, I work with an independent label, and I'm my own independent label. So my queen has her label. So the stuff that I've released before is up under her stuff. So, but I also have my own shit I'ma do. But yeah, we independent. I don't pretty much mess with. I try to stay cordial with the radio stations, but I'm not a radio station person. I'm just not on there. It didn't treat me as well. I don't really I just now start listening to like national music, because now I'm not a DJ, but I play music for people. You know what I'm saying? So I have to listen to it now. But I'm underground. I feel out of hip hop probably. I call it. I stay in hip hop. Let me rephrase that. I fell out of the music industry probably around 2000-ish. So I kind of like, it's going to that way. And I kind of like just kind of stayed to myself, reconnected with KRS-One type shit. Because he kind of threw me off back in the day because I was young. I didn't want to hear all that. I done heard you talk gangster, now you telling me to do this, and that. It threw me off. So I kind of fell off on that note.
Well, let me say this about him. I was on the road with him as his DJ about 2-3 years ago. I run with the Temple of Hip Hop. Anytime he need me, he calls me. His partner, Son One, we work together every day. Chris got a big building in Wayne, New Jersey right now. As the Temple of Hip Hop. But again, he comes more than 10 years after we started it. So he's learning and he's trying to share and he's trying to teach, and he's teaching his own hip hop thoughts, and that's fine. As long as it's positive, that's fine. We don't, he stood up for us. They was trying to open up a hip hop museum. The first one they were trying to open up, one of the first ones they were trying to open up in New York. And they met us, they talked with us, but as they met Chuck D and KRS, they stopped talking to us as pioneers. So they having this opening, blah, blah, blah. So put in a call, and him and Chuck D is there, because they supposed to be hosting the event. And I'm on the other end, I'm crying, yelling, we not with that. Right. We didn't okay that. And the dude is sitting there telling KRS we okayed it. The Pioneers is in this. And I'm crying. I'm like, no, we're not. So, yo, get up out of there. Walk up out of there. And he did it. He said, nah, if y'all not dealing with the Pioneers, we not representing this. We have to stick together. We have to come together, stick together when we need to. We got to be strong enough to walk away from the music business. And that's what it is, the music business. They know one way to work, and that's to take all the money. And
as much money from you as they can, and that you'll let them, and that they can take.
Listen, we've been on Columbia Records, we've been on Tough City Records, we've been on Smoking Records, we've been every record company tried to sign us, Sugar Hill, everything. I said no to maybe 80% of them. But you're gonna get jerked. If you step in that, you're gonna get jerked. Yeah. That's why you gotta step away from it. Cause they only trying to send their kids to college, not you. They trying to live in the big house, not you.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick? Because you were telling me something that another artist told me. Shout out to Big V and Nappy Roots. You saying exactly that's why when I talked to him, he made me not. He didn't tell me not to do it. Just like you talking to me.
Yeah.
He was talking to them. He was like, man, you don't even. I don't even want that type of money no more. I don't even want to do that no more. We can do it this way, and it will still live good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where when I heard that from him, and now I'm hearing it from you as a confirmation. I'm good on the music.
Listen.
I'm not gonna. As far as me, now if
Mm-hmm.
I want to get somebody to that, you want to go there. That's your thing. But I'm not looking.
They think they want to go there.
Let me say something. These things can hear me?
Yeah.
One of the things in talking to a lot of the icons is that they don't want to be forgotten. Yeah. And that's what it seems like this new stuff is doing, forgetting them. They're still here.
All day.
All day. They are still here. They're still here so you can talk to him right now, live.
Yes.
And you know, like I say, they don't blind you here. They blind you here.
Talk to 'em.
They blind people here. They work to change turn the younger artists not to listen to us. They don't want me and a younger artist here and say, listen, okay, they gave you that. They gave you that $1 million.
Right.
They ain't gonna give you another dime till you pay that back.
Right.
And you ain't gonna never pay it back. They don't want me telling the artist that.
Right.
Because I went through that. We did backup on CNC Music. They said, we're gonna give y'all $20,000 as a buyout. We don't know what a buyout is, but it's $20,000, so we take it.
Right.
Later on, we find out the buyout means they don't have to put us on the cover. They don't have no percentages, no royalties. We just get $20,000.
Wow.
Split between all of y'all?
Yeah. So but we don't know this. But once we learn it, we supposed to share it, the information.
Right. Correct.
Like, listen, if somebody say they gonna give you a buyout of $20,000, don't do it.
Negotiate.
What's his name? Jason Weaver.
Yeah.
They came to him. Disney came to him. We gonna give you $2 million. His mother said no. We'll take less. We want royalties.
Yeah.
He said he got 8 more times money. But we don't. Yeah. So we don't understand the value system. But if I learn and I don't share it, it's more people that's gonna take that same deal. Instead of thinking, let me weigh this. We got signed to Columbia Records because they thought we was white kids rapping. Because our dude took it to them. We did a record called Punk Rock Rap. So he took the demo to them, but he didn't say what we were. He just let them.
Was he white?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they signed it. They signed us to the label, and then the best thing I got out of that, we came to the black building down in Manhattan, 6th Avenue. I was walking through the hall, and Dick Gregory opened the door. And I was like, oh, shit.
Straight up?
Yes.
Dang.
And I said, how you doing, Mr. Gregory? He said, hey, young blood, you all right? Because I'm looking at him like, you know, you just reached into my chest right now. I couldn't even ask him to take a picture. Well, camera phones and stuff wasn't out then.
Right.
But, you know, it's like that's the best thing I got out of this deal. Because once they found out we was 5 black kids, no promotion, nothing. And this is what you gotta understand when you signing your life over, you signing a portion of your life over to these people. That their job is to take every dime. Yep. Come on. Listen, and they don't want you around other people that's willing to share the information with you.
Yeah.
You get your team together. I worked street teams, all that. We was the best street team in America at one time. We was plastering up New York like a... You know, they start giving out tickets and stuff, you know. But it's like, you know, that was the game then. Down at Jack the Rapper, the How Can I Be Down, and all, you know, we on the road traveling, you know, posters, everything. And, you know, but that's all for them. That ain't for you. So you mean to tell me you can't get a team? Now you can get a website, you know, get your own stuff, print it up, sell your own stuff. You can, but you gotta want to. You gotta have somebody that's willing to figure it out, they're willing to make it happen. You know, you gotta make connections in other cities, whatever.
You gotta do what you got to do
for you. And now you ain't getting 10 cents off.
A fucking off 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Not $1.
Yeah.
Of 1,000. You gotta be fucked.
You know, even Michael Jackson and Prince. You know, Prince wrote on his face, slave.
Yep, I remember that.
He stopped calling himself the artist known because he said he was reading the contract.
Yep.
And that's what it kept saying, the artist, the artist, the artist. So he changed his name to the artist. So the contract could be talking about him and not a fictitious person. Yeah. Because when you're not the artist, they claiming they're the artist.
Correct.
So you got these people that's giving you the information, but you're not catching it. You're not listening to the information.
Some people not.
Some people not.
That's why we on the Philosophy Show.
Wake up, everybody, no more preaching. Hey, listen, we having fun with it, people. We having, and I'm hoping y'all are understanding. This thing called hip hop is actually a culture. The year 2000, we was invited to the United Nations to sign a treaty with the U.S. to be recognized as a culture.
Talk to him.
2005, the first 10 years of hip hop culture inducted in Cornell University. I go there, my picture is right beside the Gettysburg Address. You know, there's so much stuff that's happening, but you never find out about it. I got inducted into the Smithsonian, the African American Smithsonian, and I'm sitting here. I'm alive.
Congratulations.
You know, went into that. My exhibit is maybe half of this room size. It ain't just a plaque on the wall. I gave them a whole 70 sound system. It's like half of a basketball court, my exhibit on the 3rd floor. I could have named it Cold Crush, Tony, whatever. It's called The Bronx is Burning. You know, they made covers of the albums that we was playing when hip hop began. They put a fake crate of records up that you could go through and see the song Creative Source, Jay Giles Band, Gil Scott-Heron, James Brown, Bob James. I gave them those records and they put up the covers so people can see what's the music that started hip hop and get a better understanding of what it is. It ain't just something we do, it's something we lived. I'm the original guy with no shoestrings in my Adidas. Like I said, when I first met Russell Simmons, he was looking at me in my face, asking me, explain to me what it is that y'all doing. He wasn't even Russell Simmons then. He was becoming Russell Simmons. Jazzy J from the Zulu Nation, they put out the first record, It's Yours by Tila Rock, that everybody know on Def Jam, but it was actually on Party City Music. And then Russell came in, met Rick Rubin, and tricked Jazzy J out of the middle of it somehow. But signing the LL at 16, Russell called me down this is my new artist. Can you help him? I said, yeah, come up to, we was doing Broadway International that night. Come up, ask for me at the door, and I'm going to come down and get you in.
Let them know what
This is, it was a club on in Harlem on 146 in Broadway, one of the biggest clubs. We used to, the night he comes, Shaka Khan is upstairs in our dressing room. We opened up there for a New Edition when they first came out with Candy Girls. We opened up for them about 3 or 4 times. And then they probably told their management, don't let that happen no more. But they only got one record, so ain't but so much they could do. But we was the hottest thing in the area. When you come to New York, we opening up for you. So I've been through some stuff. But the accomplishments of the culture is much more, and people need to know about them. People need, Cornell University, the African American and Smithsonian. You need to know that your lifestyle is in there. And when they came to me from the Smithsonian, at first I said no, because I was already in the museum in Seattle, Washington, that was supposed to be the Jimi Hendrix Museum, but now they changed it to EMP Live, and they changed the name again, but it's still there. But I said no to the Smithsonian until she mentioned Emmett Till. When she mentioned Emmett Till's name, I said, what? And she explained to me that his mother gave the first coffin that he was buried to the Smithsonian. Or they buried him and then they dug him up because she wanted people to see what they did to him. And then they buried him in the second coffin, but she still had the first coffin.
Let the people know who Emmett Till is for the ones that don't know.
Well,
We got some
yeah.
people here.
So Emmett Till,
Listening,
yeah, it's a couple of people. Yusuf Hawkins that's been killed in Brooklyn by other people rather than our people. Other people, I'm gonna just say other people. So he was 11 or 12, yeah. And the other lady said that he kissed at her, and her husband and his cousin, they shot him, beat him with something. They tied something to his body and threw it in the river. His face was mangled. So as a kid, knowing this, when she brings up his name, I gotta pay attention. And yes, I want to be in that building. I want a connection with Emmett Till. And if I got to do it through hip hop, that's what I got to do. And this is how we got to think. I see our kids walking around with T-shirts, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and when I say, yo, who's that on your shirt? They don't know. They just wearing it because they see other kids wearing it. They see other people wearing it. They don't know who they are. And I'm saying, why not?
That's crazy.
When I talk to people, and I say the Smithsonian.
That in the school the other day.
With
Tupac.
Yeah.
He had a Tupac shirt on.
We didn't know who Tupac was?
Had no real idea who Tupac was. No.
So when I talk to kids, and with their parents, and I say the Smithsonian, and then I look at the kid because I see this look on the kid's face, and I say, you do know what the Smith? No, I don't know what the Smithsonian is. And then I even ask them, when the last time you've been to a library? What's a library? And I look at the parents and I say, why don't your kid know what a library is?
Right.
Oh, I'm going to take care of that. No. No, why don't your kids? Because as growing up, we had library cards.
Yeah.
We had the man coming. Yeah, we had the man coming over to the house and selling the encyclopedias to your mother, even though we didn't read them. They was in the house.
Everybody had one.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, we have to. I don't want to say be a better parent, but just get a better understanding of what our kids know and don't know. And you got to guide them to what you more likely look at what's happening and say, what do you need to, I need you to know this. I need you to know how to talk to your people, how to interact with your people. If I'm afraid of my people, how can I be with my people? How can I ask you for help? How can I help you if I'm afraid of my people? Yeah, it's a lot of gang stuff. Yeah. But you still got to be.
You gotta be connected.
Yeah, you got to be connected. You got to understand what they looking for and what you looking for, what you can offer them. You just can't be in the corner by yourself, because now you ain't got no connection.
Nada.
Nothing. I didn't care where I was. I would make a call, yo, what type of family we got down here? I'll call you back. Give me 20 minutes, Tone. And they would call me back and say, yo, we got family maybe 20 minutes, half an hour away. I said, well, I'm out here stranded. I'm standing on the corner 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm stranded. Okay, they coming to get you. They on the way. And that's what kind of connection we need, no matter what. No matter what, we got to protect ourselves.
Talk to them.
You can't be afraid of your people. We got to stop letting them teach our kids. And we got to get some kind of understanding of what is necessary for us to keep growing, to keep living. They giving us change. We don't want change. We want to. I hate separation. But that's what they try to do. Keep us separated from each other. When I was in the feds, I learned if they see you congregating together too much, they're going to change. They're going to break you up. They're going to move this person out of here, send them to another prison. Because they don't want you to get to know each other. They don't want y'all to start thinking alike. And this is why they'll take the one person and give them $1 million. Get them out of there. Because they know he gonna want to leave, because now he got $1 million and we don't. Rick Ross said, with my team, I want everybody to have their own money. I don't want them, we going to eat and they looking for me to pay for the whole thing. I want everybody to be able to pay for their own food. Exactly. So he want everybody making money around him. If I make $1, I want everybody to make $1. You can't, if you the big dog and you the only big dog, it ain't good, because somebody somebody trying to take you down. Look at the brother. What's his name there? Hustle. Listen. Look who took him down. His man. Yeah, his people.
That's true. That ain't, you not selling not one iron, not
We
one
were like, okay, right now, Zulu Nation, Africa Bambaataa, he going through some stuff. Everybody turned their back on him.
On Zulu Nation?
Turned their back on Africa Bambaataa. Okay. White chickens going at Zulu Nation, trying to shut it down, this and that, la, la, la. The Hip Hop Museum changed their name to the Hip Hop Museum. Before it was the Universal Hip Hop Museum. Now they removed the Universal because that connects them to the Universal Zulu Nation. So this white chick is going there, and you You letting somebody dictate who you are. And that's what they want. They want to keep a foot on your neck for as long as they can. But you can't ask Africa Bambaataa out of hip hop culture.
Right.
Was he one of the first doors? Especially when what he's being accused of, he's not prosecuted for.
Okay.
It would have been, it's a whole different thing if he's been prosecuted for it. But he ain't been prosecuted for it. But you already prosecuting him.
So they using that.
Yeah. And that's that man's personal life, whatever it is. I talked to him. I'm neither judge or jury. Until he get prosecuted, I'm not making no waves because I ain't seen it. I don't know. But anything, something happen, I'm one of the top people that get a call. Listen, we got, you know where to meet at. I'll be right there.
What is he in? He got charged with something?
He ain't got charged with nothing. Just he just got allegations. That's it. That's all. Somebody said this and somebody said that. And I've seen people say I'm gay on the internet.
We all gay.
I say, yeah. Set me up with your grandmother. Your sister too young. Your mama might be too young. I take your grandmother out to dinner.
Come on.
And I bet you she wants you to tell you I am not the gay. But, you know, we making fun of it. But, you know, it's serious how we will sit back and let them tear one of us down with no rhyme or reason. And we were still looking for them to make a way for us to live better. We got to get our people that's willing to go down to these offices and find out, are we living in a red line district? And a lot of us don't even know what red line. I say red line, but people don't know what it is.
What is it?
Red line district is when you go to a bank and they look at this chart, and if you trying to move in that red line, you ain't getting it. Mm-hmm. It's areas that they don't want you to move in.
Like, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want your kind in this area. You know, but we don't know. Just like the Green Book. I was telling him, I just found that you know anything about the Green Book? Okay, the Green Book, I was looking at Killer Mike, and I know Killer Mike is Killer Mike. So for some reason I said, okay, let me actually watch Killer Mike and see why he's Killer Mike. So he was trying to live a more natural, I'm gonna say natural, but he was trying to live black for a week.
I remember that, yeah.
And he couldn't. He couldn't
that
because as he did his homework, it always led to the other people's stuff.
Right, I see what
Again.
you said, yeah.
So this is the first time I hear about the Green Book. The Green Book is like the Chicklet Circuit.
Okay.
This is directed to us. And this is where you could stay. This is the highway that you might be safe on. This is the hotels you could stay in. This is the restaurants you could eat in. And this is what this Green Book. And I'm like, why am I late 50s, early 60s learning about this?
Right.
But if I don't share it with y'all, now y'all know about it.
So he did. I remember watching them series, but I didn't catch on to the Green Book. Now you saying it, he did have a book that he was going off of, and it traced back to where he, like it did, and then like you said, it always led back to something, but it took a while.
Yeah,
for some of them. It took a while.
So now I go back to the Smithsonian, and now they got the Green Book in the Smithsonian. They got the car, and you get in the car and you touch this, and it tells you.
Wow, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, if you ain't been to the Smithsonian, it's worth 2 days. It take you 2 days to go through the whole thing.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll sit and stare at some things and be like, wow, and then it'll start to get
Well, I gotta let y'all know we going up on our 2 hours, so we at 3:45.
And listen, I just want to share this. Sugar was gold back then. You got to understand what sugar actually is.
Like sugar you put in your coffee?
Yeah. It was gold back then. And it still is. But it's also one of the main reasons we got diabetes and all that. They feeding it to us. It's in everything. You might not know it or realize it. Ketchup, mustard, everything. So when you think you only putting a teaspoon, oh, well, I ain't having that much sugar. Yes, you are. Because they put it in everything. So understand, people. And they say, oh, well, read the labels. I don't know what glycerin is. But you know.
I didn't read that shit. I'm like, okay, it's a whole lot of chemicals in there.
Yeah. But when you look at ketchup from Canada and it only got 3 ingredients,
right?
And then in America it got 9 ingredients.
Probably got 100.
Yeah. You know.
Some of them ingredients is pronounce triple chemicals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But man, first of all, man, because you hit like almost everything we need to talk about today, brother. I appreciate your candidness. I appreciate you speaking on hip hop culture. I'm with you on the union. Come holler at me if you want. You got somebody in St. Louis who want to do that shit. I think it's very, very needed.
Listen, we got to form an octopus. Yeah. And we got to understand that somebody got to be the head. And we got to figure out how that head, it don't have to be one person. True. It could be all heads. But you representing your part. We can figure it out. If I got $1,000, I just got $1,000. If it's 200 of us and 200 of us got $1,000, we got $200,000 to work with. And $1,000, we spend $1,000 in a month, less than a month sometimes. So it's not hard to formulate. Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother story.
You hear that? All right, well, let me do this before you let them know where they can find you at, and then same floor, you ready for Expressions of a Thug after that? Why you leaving? If we finna do Expressions of a Thug. Gotta be ready. Stay ready. You don't have to be get ready. All right. I'm gonna do this quote from Jay-Z Decoded. Hip hop gave a generation a common ground that didn't require either race to lose anything. Everyone gained. What you think?
He's right. But you can only gain if you're willing to walk forward. And a lot of people don't know which direction to walk because they've been confused by them. And ain't enough of us saying we got your back. So when you go into war and you look back and ain't nobody behind you, how can you perceive to win? And the war it don't have to be violence, but you gotta have intelligent people willing to figure it out with you and willing to give you what to say and how to act, how we gonna move. It's a whole bunch of stuff that gotta fall into place. You can't do nothing by yourself. That's what you gotta come to terms with. And my wife said I'm best acting dumb. That's because I'm constantly watching, figuring, thinking, and I don't want to trick myself into I know everything. Because I don't know St. Louis. You know St. Louis. So when I come here, I got to get your understanding. I got to be confident in your movements because this your area. I was in Miami, and they said, listen, if you ever realize you're on first and first, run because they're going to shoot you first if they don't know you. They taught me about Miami that fast. So now I know if I'm on first and first to get off it until I be walked in there right. You know, you just can't walk in everybody's house. You got to be presented. So we got to get a better understanding of who our women is, how our women think, how we need them to move with us. Not after us, with us. Because they carry a lot of weight too. And they will figure out they want to be included. So we got to be man enough to include them. If we got to follow a woman, if a woman come with leadership, we got to let her lead. I'm going to ask y'all this last thing. Have y'all ever heard of Black Sunday?
Heard of Black Sunday?
Yeah. You heard of Black Sunday? What's the covenant? Because I couldn't figure out what the covenant we have with and who we have the covenant with.
You talking about with the Most High?
No, I'm talking about Tavis Smiley used to do this Black Sunday thing every year, and he would have a 24-hour thing going on, and Farrakhan, Sharpton, everybody would come, sit down, share information, and then they would get up. Some other people would come in, delegates from every state, and I just happened to run into it, and I said, and I'm trying to catch up because it's midday. I'm running into it, so I'm trying to catch up. What is he talking about? This Black Sunday? What is Black Sunday? What is the covenant? And I'm watching this. And the last lady, one of the last people to talk, she was a senator from, I don't even know where she was. And she said, why is there no hip-hop representation here? That's what she said. And her representation, she was like, we need this here. This is what's going on now. But their representation would have been Russell Simmons or somebody. They wouldn't have.
Yeah, not the culture.
Yeah. They would have got right from the top, okay, he got a name, let's.
Jay-Z or somebody. Yeah.
But this is all going on, and we should all know it. We should all have some kind. And then it disappeared. That's when Tavis Smiley got into the thing, sexual thing, and it was gone. When the last time you heard Tavis Smiley?
I heard him about 5 years.
Yeah, they shut him down.
But I thought Black Sunday, I thought you were talking about the movie.
Nah. Nah, it's a whole other.
I heard the term, I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But I heard about that though. What you said, they said why ain't no hip hop culture in that because we doing the Black Sunday. What you mean? You got everything else.
Yeah, but they want to hear, like with the meeting of the minds, we always wanted to hear from the next generation. What do y'all need?
Correct.
How can we help y'all? How are we hurting y'all? You know, the kid stand up 19, he said, we don't have nobody telling us what to do. And I said, listen, don't you think by 19 you should be figuring out what to do? But they crying out for leadership. So who am I to say, figure it out yourself?
That's what they not trying to do.
Yeah, they're not trying to do that. So we need to teach the next, passing the short. We gotta focus more on even, I mean, after school programs, the cadet corps, all that stuff is gone for them. We had stuff like that. They don't. And this is how you start killing off the next generation. Locking them up.
We're going to have to do another show, man, because I do got something to do after
Okay.
the house. So.
Okay.
So I don't like to do that, and
No, we'll be here all year. We'll be here all year.
But hey, I'm hoping y'all listening to these diamonds that's dropping. It's gonna be an ongoing thing. I think we got a fire popping right here, man. So make sure y'all tune in. But we finna go to the same floor with this expressions of a thug.
What's up, though? What's up, though, everybody?
What up, same floor? What up?
What up, sir?
Hey. I'm gonna keep it simple and plain. Y'all already know the name Same. I guess I'm living life fast forward because I really don't know how to go backwards. And every day I wake up, I think of a new chapter. And it goes on and on and on and on because my people keep on saying the same old song, wondering how we can live on, but we using us as pawn. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who can I trust and who can I trust? Who can I trust in the land of the lust? Must I adjust? Must I be the one who busts? Must I be the one who caught up in the capture of the land of the lust? But still, my bones be rusted, cause I manifested the way that I live in the plan, that the plan is the hand in my heart. They don't understand that I will be that man. So don't cause confusion. This just an illusion, erosion. That's what they left us with, molded. That's what they left us with. We parasites. After one takes a bite. I don't know if I'm over your head, but I'ma stick that needle with the thread and keep on needling up the ones that need to be needled up and exercise the wounds that left us here. And still I have no fear, so I walk through the valley of the shadow of death and I fear no evil, but the evil be my people. And this is a sequel, and I'm telling you people that we got to walk next to the next, to the next, to the next, and tell them people that we are here. We are here. We are here.
Peace. Peace.
All right.
I need a drink too.
Hey, we're gonna go to a quick break, then we're gonna come back and end it out, y'all. It's all love. We got DJ Tony crushing this bitch. What up, fam?
I don't too much like beef, but my therapist told me, hey, you gotta let that shit out somehow. Shit. I know when we walk out here, we all kings, but just know you got enemies. Holy shit. It's me against them, it's me against you. Your crew and my crew, we ain't playing games, it's fuck you. You talk a whole lot of shit behind closed doors, but when you see me in person, you act like a hoe. It's me against them, it's me against you. Your crew and my crew, we ain't playing games, it's fuck you. You talk a whole lot of shit behind closed doors, but when you see me in person, you act like a hoe. Ho, nigga, fuck boy ass kisser. Worship fake niggas, y'all nothing close to killers. Fucking your own city, but faking like you down. Whole bunch bunch of cronies led by some clowns. Wow, said you had a deal more like got fucked. Fuck that bullshit, back to the loop, pussy, good luck. I expose weak cats like a Polaroid picture, selling dreams to the masses, you walk over bitches. Claiming stars stole your style while you raping your team. Your team running schemes, straight lane, skinny jeans, culture hopping, janky promoter, ticket sales ain't shit. Can't collab with the real, cause you all suck dick. Claim you got the plug, claim your gang like you thug. I'ma snatch the rug, smack your ass like I'm sure. But I ain't claiming blood, I'm a soldier, my G. Keep my name in your mouth, now you gotta see me, yeah. Pour my name out your mouth. It's me against them, it's me against you. Your crew and my crew, we ain't playing games, it's fuck you. You talk a whole lot of shit behind closed doors, but when you see me in person, you act like a hoe. It's me against them, it's me against you. Your crew and my crew, we ain't playing games, it's fuck you. You talk a whole lot of shit behind closed doors, but when you see me in person, you act like a hoe.
I'm screaming fuck every nigga that ain't in my main circle. Say you won't smoke with the Don, I up that Hoppo colors purple. I be sliding through that loop with that ski, cause I'm working, boy, it's me against the world. And I can see Pac vision perfect. Don't say oops, we bless on purpose. My demeanor make them nervous. Hit that gas, it got me swerving. Matter of fact, that nigga urgent. 5'9" Kane, I put that working. Talking greasy, slide in person. I'm that nigga they call certain. Big blood Kane, let's make them earn it. Yeah, 30 shots to hit a nigga house. Let's bring them niggas out. Money bags on niggas' head like wild stallions running out. Cut the check or shut your mouth, or me and Tweezy gon' run you down. 3 and 4 to the mad town, finna show these niggas how I get down.
Yeah, I go. Oh boy, oh boy. Think it's time to get dressed. Yeah, couple elephants in the boy. Dressing. In the room, baby. Yeah, couple elephants in the room, man. Show. Did it.
They said I could. I knew I could. They said I shouldn't. I knew I would. What's already explained should. They said I could. I knew I could. They said I shouldn't. I knew I would. What's already explained should be understood. Me and my nigga good. It's all lies. Straight from niggas and snakes. Masquerading in the hood. Like you won't get no smoke. Fly shit ain't come with these clothes. Take me niggas and snakes. Masquerading in your phone. Shit's dope when I had them smoke. Think I'm going to hear that bullshit. Take me for idle chatter. From the peanut gallery. Shit's dope when niggas on their knees. From this anaconda squeeze. Idle chatter. Thought they knew me to read the show. These niggas on their knees. From this anaconda trying to play with men. Thought they knew me. Murder showed me. Let's separate nigga by 6 degrees. Try to play pipe no man. The product of black gay men. When them pipes come out their hands, go win the win. They win. When the wind pipes no like the balloons win. They get popped. When them pipes come out their hands, go win to get it from the mud. But silver tie that like my balloon about to get town hoes was one. Take a room for real dance. Get it niggas faking like they true. Claiming them G's really big as acting brand new. Niggas got a problem with niggas faking like they grand. Claiming them G's really big out and see how many brands they count. Niggas gotta get out with me and what they yap about. Let's take the head count and see how many threads they count and we really get about what the fuck they yap about. Thinking and knowing niggas your whole life, and that time equates to honor and respect and loyalty. Thinking and knowing niggas your whole life, and that time equates to honor and respect and loyalty. Can't operate outside this genetic code. But a born snake, how they get built. A born fake, if it ain't in them, can't operate outside this genetic code. That's not how they get built. Grind time, no look up. If it ain't in them, for me, I've been booked up. Now I'm the big fish that wanna hook up. Just enough change when I pull up. Grind time, no like no bucks. Look for me, I change like I'm the big fish that wanna hook up. I change when I pull up. Scheme change like my show. Lane change like houses roll up. I'm in the side no because I got the slice touch on no cut. Mac my skin hold up. Been game change like my friends like now because there's no slice turkey like the window. Mac Max here when they see us. Game changes like it's one crazy. Got to keep praying hard to breathe us. Big pound without my whole life. Max here when they see us. Mac niggas want to be us. They keep praying hard to me. I need us. Big pound without me.
Elephant in the Room. Before that was Me Against You, Tweez the Don featuring 5'9" Kane.
Right there. That's who was just rapping.
Yes, sir.
Same Floyd and Tweez.
We in the building with DJ Tony Crush, legendary man. We appreciate you coming through, man. We appreciate you dropping the gems, and we definitely appreciate the energy you brought in here. I needed that myself. I know a lot of us need it. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to talking to you way more than what we talked about now. I know I'm happy. I'm gonna say that, brother.
Listen, I want to say thank y'all for inviting me. Thank you for the knowledge on the rap, sir. Thank you for conducting the interview with grace and pause. I want to thank Harry for bringing me out here to see another side of the world. I've never been in this area before. And I want to thank everybody, the listeners, for being a part of hip-hop culture and helping us carry and build this thing that we are in. It ain't what you doing, it's what you living that counts. And I want everybody to understand that we got to think together, work together, and not be afraid of each other.
Yes.
And stop letting them separate us and having us work against each other. Please, I'm begging you, please, understand that they ain't no smarter than us. We are creators of this thing. We builders of this thing. And they just take everything that we bring to life and make it theirs. And then we fall into the thinking that it's theirs and not ours anymore. It's still ours. We don't have to fight gun to gun, hand to hand, but we can fight mind to mind and intelligent to intelligent, which we probably would win. We just got to get more confidence in ourselves again, and keep pushing. We lost some soldiers, but what they left behind, what they gave us, we should also champion that and carry it to the fullest. We don't need everything that they think we need, and we don't even need everything that we think we need. Stop wearing all these Gucci's and all this, because you sending other kids, somebody else's kids and grandkids to college and not your own. Stop taking away from your family to give to somebody else's family. If we could get back to eating healthier, let's get back to growing our own food and stop eating this poison. Because now it's coming out that they feeding us poison.
Real talk.
And they gonna get away with it because they got us under the assumption that, oh, well, you paying for it. You buying it. We not telling you, but you ain't telling us it's poison neither. You ain't been telling us it's poison. So we think we eating healthy food, but y'all feeding us poison. We don't, we don't understand it. Y'all they're in control of everything that comes to us. We got to get more back into control of our own. And it ain't got to be, like I said, it ain't got to be a fight. It could just be a maneuvering and getting a better understanding. I just found out this thing. I don't even know if I found it out. Okay. People think they buying their house, they own their house. And I saw something the other day, you don't own your house.
No.
It's only one way. The dude said, Lodio, you got to buy your house on a Lodio program or something for you to, he said God couldn't take it away from you then. But the way you buying your house, they could come in, eminent domain and all that and take it. He said with this Lodio thing, they can't take your house. And we don't know that.
Right.
But since I found it out, I want to share it. And I got to get a better understanding so I can share it right. But understand that it's out there.
OEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look into it. Because we buying up stuff, we spending our money, and they still could come in and take it.
All right. Well, you know what? Next time you come back, we're going to be talking about some other shit than just hip-hop culture. But again, man, I appreciate you. If I didn't have nothing to do after this, I wouldn't even be trying to get up out of here. But you know, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. Can you tell them where they can find you at, brother?
Listen, I'm Tony Crush on anything.
All day.
Tony Crush, the Cold Crush Brothers on anything.
And if you don't know, wake the fuck up. Legends, baby.
And you know this.
All right. We'll see y'all next week on the Philosophy Show.